Night Kids Club. Welcome to another home edition of Friday Night Kids Club. We're all still at home, and today we are coming to you right here from our kitchen. So today we're going to be doing something that I learned from my mum and Abby, my daughter's, learned from me, and that is baking. My mum is a really good baker. She can bake anything, and even though I'm not as good as her, I do have something. One time when I was in Australia, I stole her cookbook. So I've got a bit of a head start here. I know all her recipes. Alright, so today Abby's gonna help me and we're gonna make jam drops. Now the thing is, my mum doesn't just cook things she wants to cook. Like, she doesn't say, look at a recipe and then go get everything. She's very creative. She always cooks with what she's got. And in days like this, the shelves are looking a little bit empty and we're gonna have to be creative as well. So I've gone through all my cupboards and I have found that we've got everything for jam drops. So boys and girls, here we go. I'm gonna get Abby to come and help us out. So first of all, you need to preheat your oven to gas mark 4. So if you've got an electric oven, that'll be 180 degrees Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit. And remember, if you want to try and make these cookies at home, always cook with a grown-up.
Second, half a cup of butter. 3/4 of a cup of sugar. Next, beat. 2 eggs and beat. Two cups of flour. Mix with a spoon. Chill for 15 minutes.
15 minutes later.
And then use a spoon to roll into balls. Hollow out your cookies carefully, like this, so you've got enough room to put a jam of your choice.
Juice, sauce, little bit of dressing, ice, wrist, little bit of flexing. Juice, sauce, little bit of dressing, ice, wrist, little bit of flexing. I went to the store.
After 12 minutes, take them out the oven and they should look like this. Get an adult to help you. Remember, the jam will be really hot. Hi Kids Club. Well, I'm just sitting here looking through some old photos, and a lot of these photos are from when I was really little, and I think I was pretty cute. So as I'm looking at them, I'm looking at it's like, oh gosh, I'm a lot like my mom in that one, and I can see pictures of my mom and it's like, wow, now I really look like her. And then I look at some pictures and I'm like, wow, Abby looks a lot like me. And you can just see how we're similar. And I wonder, do you ever remember a time when someone said that you do something like someone? I remember the first time I'd done my own hair in a braid, because I used to have really long hair, and I'd done a braid in my hair and I did a really good job. Well, my mum, she was a hairdresser, and people said to me, you're just like your mum, you're really good at hair. And I thought, wow, I'm good at hair? Okay, I'm going to practice and I'm going to get really good. And on the inside, it just made me have this desire to want to be like her. And then I just saw another photo here. Where is it? In this photo, I'm dressed like my dad. I'll show you. You see that one? My dad was a really good cricket player. And I remember trying to play cricket, and what was I doing? I was bowling. And people said, you're really good at cricket. You're just like your dad. Well, I tried really hard then. I tried to be a spin bowler. And there's something in us that when we hear we're just like our mum or we're just like our dad, especially when it's in a really good context, it's like, wow, I want to be like them. I'm going to work at that more. I'm going to be just like them. Well, the Bible tells us that we are just like our dad. That when God made us, He made us each to be amazing. And there's so many things in us that reflect what He's like. And sometimes when I read things about what God's like, and I think I'm just like Him, my mind's kind of blown. I'm like, really? I'm like that? And you know, when I first heard that I was just like my dad with cricket, I didn't really believe it, but it made me want to try more. And I remember as a teenager hearing that God, just about how incredibly loving that God was, and that everywhere He went, He showed love to people. And I remember being in high school and just wanting so much to be like Him and saying, God, You love these people in my school. Show me how to show love to them every day when I'm here. And so every day at lunchtime, I would just look for a kid to love. I would look for someone who needed to feel loved by God, for someone that maybe needed encouraging, someone that needed to be invited along to our youth group. And that just became the mission of my heart. It was like, I want to be like my dad. I want to be like my dad in heaven. And you know, each one of you, you're just like Him as well. You're creative. You know, you may not feel creative. You may think, I can't draw or I can't paint. But it doesn't matter. You know, God, He made everything. And you can make things as well. You have got like in you so much potential that hasn't even been tapped into yet. And if you start to dream with God and be like, God, what could I do? What could I draw? What could I paint? How could I invent something? What creative ideas could You give me? Maybe you could write a story or a poem. You know, on the inside, you are just like your daddy God. You are creative. You are kind. You are loving. And I just really hope that when you hear that today, that you'll think, really? I'm like that? Wow. I'm going to really focus on that, and I'm going to see that as something that grows in my heart. Just like Mr. Dave was talking about with our gardens last week. I paid attention to playing cricket, and I paid attention to doing hair. I never really became a hairdresser or a famous cricketer. But there's something about being like my mum and dad that just excited me on the inside. And you know what, guys? We can be so excited because we are just like our Father God. And we can show love just like Him. We can be creative just like Him. And you kids are amazing. Just have a little think about just who God made you to be.